From dangerous waters to deep forests, some creatures don't just survive. Today, we're ranking the 8 most invasive species that spread fast, change ecosystems, and push native animals to the edge. Rank 8, Cane toad, Australian wetlands. The story starts in Australia's wetlands, where a tiny but tough hopper changed everything. The cane toad was brought in to eat crop-destroying beetles. But it did something opposite. It barely touched the beetles, and instead, it spread like wildfire. Cane lays up to 30,000 eggs at once, way more than native frogs. And the shocking part is that everything about them is toxic, completely. Like the eggs, tadpoles, the skin, even the slime. When predators try to eat them, most die in seconds. But what makes their poison so overwhelming that almost nothing can handle it? Because cane toads produce bufatoxins, chemicals so strong they can stop a dog's heart. Australia's snakes, lizards, and crocs never evolved defenses for it. And here's another wildest thing, that a few snake species have started evolving smaller heads, so they physically can't swallow big toads anymore. Nature literally reshaped them, just to survive. Rank 7. European Starling, North American forests and cities. Next is a bird that arrived in America by pure drama. In the 1890s, a group wanted every bird mentioned in Shakespeare to live in New York. So they released 60 European starlings into Central Park, and today there are over 200 million. Also, starlings don't just multiply fast, they fight dirty. They take over nest holes, kick out native birds, destroy crops, and gather in flocks so huge they show up on weather radar. And the way they spread so fast, it's because starlings are extreme learners. They remember food spots, mimic sounds, and can adapt to almost any environment. Then it doesn't matter if they are gas stations, cities, farms, or cliffs. One of the craziest things is that their flocks move in massive waves called murmurations, where thousands of birds swirl like smoke. It looks beautiful, but it's a sign of how insanely successful they've become. Well, when a small idea turns into a sky-full takeover, this is what it looks like. Rank 6. Kudzu Vine, southeastern United States. Moving on. This invader doesn't bite or sting, it just smothers. Kudzu, a fast-growing vine from Asia, was introduced to the US to stop soil erosion. But it liked the warm climate way too much. Kudzu grows up to a foot per day. They climb on houses, trees, power lines, anything that doesn't move. It's so unstoppable since kudzu doesn't just block sunlight, it drains the soil dry. Its roots dig deep and store huge amounts of energy, letting the plant regrow even after fires or cutting. However, there is something that you should know before having it in your house, that kudzu can increase ground-level ozone, a harmful gas, because it changes the chemistry of the soil. Which is obvious that most plants don't do anything like that. Kudzu turns the whole forests into quiet green mountains under its vine. All the trees die standing, wrapped like statues. Kudzu is proof that sometimes the most dangerous invaders don't have claws. They just don't stop growing. Rank 5. Burmese Python, Florida Everglades. Deep in the Everglades, an apex predator slithered in. By accident. Yeah, you heard me right. The Burmese python arrived through the pet trade. Some of them escaped, some were released, and soon they found the perfect home in the warm wetlands. Today, some pythons in Florida grow over 17 feet long, and they're wiping out mammals at terrifying rates. Still, how much damage can one species cause to an entire ecosystem? The numbers don't just tell a story, they scream it. In some areas, raccoon populations collapsed by 99%. Opossums dropped by 98%, and even deer nearly disappeared. The ecosystem just emptied. What gave pythons such an edge that they can go months without eating, then swallow prey heavier than themselves, thanks to their flexible ribs and stretchy skin? On the other hand, female pythons can change their body temperature by shivering their muscles to warm their eggs, something mammals usually do, not snakes. Then researchers once found a python nest with over 80 eggs. Just one mother can launch a damn invasion. In a place full of predators, the python became the predator of predators, rank 4. Asian Carp, U.S. river systems. On the rivers of America, A fish meant to clean ponds ended up dominating entire waterways. Asian carp were imported to finish algae in fish farms. But after floods let them escape, they spread across the Mississippi system like rushing water. They become so overwhelming as they eat up to 40% of their body weight every day, leaving almost nothing for native fish. They outswim, outbreed, and out-eat everything around them. Some species, like silver carp, leap from the water at the sound of boat motors. People have broken bones from carp hitting them mid-air. Whole tournaments exist just to catch flying carp safely. Even the scientists found carp DNA in areas where carp were never seen. Their environmental DNA is so widespread that it shows up just from traces in the water. They don't have sharp teeth, but in the fight for food, they win almost every time. Rank 3. Lionfish, Atlantic coral reefs. Beautiful, deadly, and unstoppable lionfish is native to the Indo-Pacific and spread through the Atlantic after aquarium releases. With their spiky fins and slow floating movements, they look harmless. But if you don't know, the lionfish eat over 50 species of reef fish and reproduce year-round. A single female releases up to 2 million eggs per year. The worst part is that most Atlantic predators have never seen lionfish before and don't know they're venomous. Talking about their hunt, they use a kind of a trick where they spread their fins like a wall, herd small fish into corners, then swallow them whole in one quick gulp. Lionfish aren't just reef dwellers. They can survive around 1,000 feet down, where sunlight barely penetrates. Honestly, they're invading places humans rarely see, showing that beauty is sometimes the best disguise for danger. Rank 2. Brown tree snake, Guam rainforests. In the rainforests of Guam, an invader arrived silently, hidden in cargo shipments. The brown tree snake spread across the island after World War II. With no natural predators, it multiplied fast and hunted even faster. Brown tree snakes can climb vertical surfaces, enter houses through wires, and slip into bird nests with snake-like precision. That is what makes them such a powerful invader. Their diet includes birds, lizards, bats, and eggs, the things they can overpower. Once upon a time, Guam had 12 native bird species. After the snake arrived, only 2 survived in the wild. Their climbing ability comes from thousands of microscales on their belly that grip like Velcro. Scientists even say they don't just climb, they lasso around poles and pull themselves upward. Guam's nights used to be full of bird songs. Now, because of one snake, the forest is quiet. Rank 1, European rabbit, Australian grasslands. And number 1 belongs to a creature you'd never expect. It started with 24 European rabbits released for sport in Australia. That small beginning turned into one of the biggest population explosions in history. Rabbits breed extremely fast. A single pair can produce over 1,000 descendants in a year. Their digging tears up soil, destroys crops, and turns grasslands into dust. But why did rabbits explode in Australia, and not anywhere else? Actually, Australia had soft soil, mild winters, tons of plants, and almost no predators that could stop them. So, rabbits found paradise and multiplied non-stop. Their invasion was so massive that Australia built the longest fence in the world, the rabbit-proof fence, stretching over 3,200 kilometers. And even that didn't fully stop them. Some rabbits evolved to run faster and detect danger better than their European ancestors. They changed in real time, right in Australia. Sometimes the most powerful takeover starts with something small and very fast. So, which of these invaders shocked you the most? The snake, the vine, the fish, or maybe the innocent-looking rabbit? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wild stories. Unless, of course, you want these invaders visiting you next.